Welcome. In today's podcast, we will talking a little bit about the history of Enrique Bunbury.
Enrique Ortiz de Landazuri, better known as Enrique Bunbury or simply Bunbury, is a Spanish singer, composer, and musician. He is known for being the lead singer of the rock band Héroes del Silencio. He began his activity during the early 80s as a member of Apocalipsis, Rebel Waltz, Proceso Trópico, and Suma de Vidrio. Although his consagram came as the vocalist and leader of the band's Héroes del Silencio, a highly successful musical group considered by many to be one of the best rock bands in Spanish.
Enrique Ortiz de Landazuri, son of Hugo Ortiz de Landazuri and Esther Sardoy, was born in Zaragoza on August 11, 1967. Enrique was born into a family of the bourgeoisie of Zaragoza and very soon showed his musical interest. At the beginning of Bunbury, his artist name, there are two versions. The first, and probably the one that corresponds to reality, says that Enrique got his nickname from a literary quote by Oscar Wilde. The other version is much more bizarre and affirms that our protagonist had a schoolmate whose last name was Bunbury and who he looked a lot like. That likeness was the one that made his friends call him Bunbury.
The singer's solo career, unlike Héroes del Silencio, has been very different in terms of the musical sounds, maintained the sense of rock, experimented with various rhythms for electronic music and Arabic music in the early days, through cabaret music, rancheras, blues, flamenco, and tango, to salsa, milongas, bolero, and cumbias. In one of his latest works where he pays tribute to Latin America.
And we should talk about one of his most famous songs and his history, Entre dos Tierras. It belongs to the album Senderos de Traición, and these songs open the album. Bunbury was the author and the cause of all the uncertainties that generates the lyrics of the song for all the ways it has to be interpreted. But he himself said that Entre dos Tierras was a prophecy of how the relationship of the members of the band was going to be in the future. Even in Bunbury's biography, Lo demás es silencio, written by Joseph Blay, says the following: Entre dos Tierras is an internal struggle, the doubt before the vital decision of great importance, to bet on being one as he wants to be, or how he should be. Bunbury felt as a musician and music lover in his own scheme. How far was he willing to sell his work to reach the top?
Since he was a child, he had a taste for music. He himself created a homemade drum kit with objects that were in his house. When he was 8 years old, his taste for music grew when he saw Elvis Presley movie The Neighborhood Against Me. From that moment on, he was his idol. His brother Rafa also contributed with Bunbury's musical process because he shared with him the music of the most recognized artists of the moment. At school, he was characterized for being an educated, intelligent, and well-behaved child, but in adolescence, his attitude changed completely. He was expelled from several institutions.
Curious facts about Bunbury. Bunbury has established himself as one of the most talented musicians. He was a member of the rock band Héroes del Silencio, which disbanded in 1986. Later, he decided to compose again and enlisted his first work of a soloist, which saw the light in 1997 and was called Radical Sonora. In his early years, the doctor told him that he had a very active brain, even though he was very quiet and shy, which is why he didn't start talking until he was 30 years old. At the age of 12, he started his career after buying his first electric guitar, with his saving and playing in a school band called Apocalipsis. He studied in 10 different schools because of his rebelliousness, and on several occasions he even smoked marijuana in these classes.